What's up guys, Chris, VA Travels, back here in Fredericksburg, and I'm going to take a walk around the Spirit of Freedom Garden, and it's all that's left of his slave museum that was built back in 2007. And you can see the fence surrounding it, and the fence used to cut across here. Somebody's ripped it down, and now they have a trail leading in. And I'll go ahead and do a walk around, check this place out. And to give you the backstory, the idea for this first came about back in 2001 by Virginia Governor Douglas Wilder. And they had grand plans. There were supposed to be 38 acres. They were going to have a full-size replica slave ship. They were going to have a museum, a library. All that ended up being built was this little, like I say, Spirit of Freedom garden. Bunch of plaques back here, and this is the auction block right here. And from doing my research online, there used to be a pair of parents and child's footprints on top there. And as always, you can pause and read these, and yeah, you can still make most of that out. Spirit of Freedom, this one's pretty cracked out. And apparently when I was in my car getting set up, somebody had pulled over here, kind of paused, and they started pointing. I almost felt like they wanted to get out and walk around, but they saw me. So, yeah, people still come back here. And talking about runaways. Yeah, we're right outside of Spotsylvania County, and if you saw the series Roots, that's where it took place, just about 7 or 8 miles from here. Yeah, say a whole bunch of plaques back here, and you can see these kind of displays, signs all around. And right up here was the centerpiece. It was the Hallelujah statue, a 500-pound statue of a pair of arms going in the air with unbroken chains, or broken chains. And yeah, you see the fence going all around, not that big. And over here talking about abolitionists. And yeah, the Quakers, they were real big on yeah, freedom. Endurance through it all. You can't make that one out very well. See a silhouette of a guy right there. And alright, yeah, pretty cool. You see hedges over there, junipers. Yeah, I'm sure this looked nice when it was first finished. And Hallelujah, talking about the statue, sculpted by Ken Smith out of Staunton. And Acts of Bravery. Here this guy is. Over here, talking about the middle passage. Yep, see, there's another car right there kind of going slow. I mean, I know it's a turnaround, but... Oh, and to continue with the story, yeah, so they raised funds, and this was built 2007. But yeah, urban legend has it, local legend has it, that Bill Cosby had donated $1 million. Don't know if it's true or not. It's something I'd read on Reddit, and of course everything you read on Reddit is true. And voices of the past. Letters to Thomas Jefferson. Frederick Douglass, what to the slave is the 4th of July, 1852. Yeah, I mean, you can still read all that fine. Oh, and yeah, so what happened, again, they built this 2007, and they didn't qualify for a tax exemption, so they didn't pay their taxes. Shut down in 2008. There was also a downturn in the economy. Also, there was word that they were building a larger slave museum up in DC, so they just pulled the plug. Everybody left town. They had an office building over in Central Park. It's a kind of development nearby. Nobody could be contacted. They just left. And there's a couple out of Suffolk that had donated 96 items, thousands of dollars worth of artifacts. And yeah, they had donated a first edition of Uncle Tom's Cabin. and all of it was gone. They couldn't track it down. They don't know what happened to it. So, and then 2011, they officially filed for bankruptcy. Yeah, this one's weight rotted out. Langston Hughes over here. And I don't know what this would be. But yeah, I think this is, yeah, this one's still holding up. And some books written by slaves. And of course, down there, Frederick Douglass, he wrote several books. Narrative of Life, his autobiography, My Bondage and My Freedom. I think he wrote 3 books. Martha Griffith Brown, Isaac Mason, and all right, moving on. Harriet Jacobs. I'm not familiar with some of these people. I'm gonna have to look her up. Yeah, these briars are clinging to me. Over here. Oh, yeah. Bird's nest in there. Yeah. Over here, Henry Box Brown. Again, I'm not familiar with him. I'm gonna have to look him up. Henry Brown was born and raised a slave in Louisa County. He was hired out to work in the tobacco factories in Richmond. I think this might be the last one. Quest for Knowledge, I think. Yeah. For over 23 years, the most feared slaves in America were those who were educated. Right. And let's walk and get a close look of the block. And it would have taken some work to get that out. Kind of a little something right there. Yeah, 500 pounds. Cool. All right, that's it for this abandoned slave museum. So, as always, like and subscribe. You can find them on Instagram. If you want to help me get out to more of these places, you can support me on Patreon. And see ya.